Have you ever dreamed of having a garden that's not just gorgeous, but also super healthy and thriving, all without using any harsh chemicals? Well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to talk all about how to team up with nature to keep your plants safe and sound.
Just imagine this for a second. You walk out into your garden, and it is just bursting with life. Everything is so green. The flowers are blooming. It's like your own little piece of paradise that you made with your own two hands. You just feel this amazing sense of pride, right?
And then that feeling just drops. You see it, little tiny holes chewed in the leaves, maybe some sticky stuff, or even worse, you see the actual pests having a feast on all your hard work. Ugh, so what do? How do you defend your garden without starting an all-out chemical war?
Okay, let's get into it. The secret here is to totally change how we think about this. Instead of fighting against nature, we're going to start working with it. We're going to build a really smart 3-layer defense system that'll make our gardens balanced and strong. So, our very first layer of defense, it's all about teamwork. We are going to create a community of plants that literally help and protect each other. You can think of it like setting up a neighborhood watch, but for your veggies and flowers. This whole strategy has a name. It's called companion planting, and it is a tried and true method that gardeners have used forever, and now science is really starting to back it up. It's not magic, it's just about understanding how different plants can support each other, from warding off pests to making the soil healthy. Let's look at a super classic combo, tomatoes and basil. They're not just a perfect match on your plate, they are absolute best friends out in the garden. That really strong smell from the basil can actually confuse pests, like thrips and those big tomato hornworms, keeping them far away from your precious tomatoes. And get this, a lot of gardeners swear it actually makes the tomatoes taste even better. And here's another brilliant pair. Those little white cabbage moths just love laying their eggs on cabbage plants. But if you plant nasturtiums right next to them, the moths are often way more drawn to the nasturtiums instead. They become what's called a trap crop, pretty much sacrificing themselves to save your cabbage harvest. How cool is that? And honestly, the perks go way beyond just getting rid of pests. This one single strategy does so much. It can attract helpful pollinators like bees, give other plants some much-needed shade, act as a natural trellis, make your soil healthier, and even keep weeds down. It is an absolute powerhouse technique for any garden. All right, so we've got our plant alliance all set up. Now, for layer 2, we're going to reinforce everything with some simple physical barriers. This is our garden's fortress, and it's designed to keep pests out right from the very beginning.
You don't always need some complicated fix. These lightweight fabric row covers that you can just drape over your plants can be unbelievably effective. They literally create a physical shield that just stops pests from ever getting to your delicate little seedlings, especially when they're young and vulnerable.
Okay, now this stuff is fascinating. It's called diatomaceous earth, or DE for short, and it's a totally natural powder. To us, it just feels soft, kind of like flour. But if you looked at it under a microscope, it's covered in razor-sharp edges. So for soft-bodied bugs like slugs or ants, crawling across it is just, well, it's devastating. It shreds their outer shells and causes them to dry out. Now, using DE the right way is absolutely key. First, and this is important, always get food-grade DE, not the kind they use for swimming pools. And because it's a super fine dust, it's a good idea to wear a mask and gloves when you put it down. You just sprinkle a thin little circle on the soil around the base of your plants. And please, 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 keep it away from the actual flowers. We want to protect our friendly pollinators like bees. And just remember to put more down if it rains.
And what about those slimy little garden villains, slugs and snails? Well, you've got tons of options. A simple beer trap works like a charm. They're drawn to the yeast, they fall in, and they can't get back out. Crushed up eggshells create a sharp, scratchy surface they really don't want to cross. Copper tape gives them a tiny little electric shock they don't like. And even just sprinkling your used coffee grounds around can help keep them away.
So, your plant alliance is strong, your fortress is built, but a few really determined pests still manage to get through. Don't even worry. Layer 3 is your active response. Safe, simple, homemade sprays you can use to deal with those infestations directly.
Okay, this is a really common mistake, and we have to clear it up. Insecticidal soap is not the same thing as dish detergent, not at all. See, pure soap is made from natural fats and oils, and it works by drying out the pests. Detergents, on the other hand, are synthetic chemicals, and they can strip the protective oils right off your plant's leaves, doing way more harm than good.
And making your own is so easy. All you need is a clean spray bottle and some pure, unscented Castile soap.
The recipe is super simple. It's about 1 teaspoon of soap for every 1 gallon of water. Shake it all up and you're good to go. Just spray it right on the pests you can see and make sure you get the undersides of the leaves. That's where they love to hide at. So there you have it, 3 separate, really powerful layers of defense for your garden. Now let's put it all together into one simple action plan you can use right away.
So here's your takeaway plan. First, build your alliance using companion planting. Second, put up your fortress with physical barriers. And third, have your response ready to go with a simple soap spray. Alliance, fortress, response. It's a proactive plan that puts you in control.
At the end of the day, this whole approach is really about creating a balanced little ecosystem. It's not about killing every single bug in sight. A truly healthy garden has all kinds of life, including helpful predators like this ladybug that do the pest control work for you. You're basically the conductor of this beautiful garden symphony.
So please, don't be afraid to just start. It doesn't matter if you have a tiny little balcony or a huge backyard. You can create a beautiful, natural, thriving garden. Every little seed you plant is a way to connect with nature, and it's a source of just incredible joy. So, what's one plant you're excited to grow?